He said the guy's going to shower so you can wait and stay with me. I said, that's really exciting for everybody. I thought defensively in the first half was maybe our best defensive half of the year. I thought we were more active. I think the one thing that we still got to do is guard the ball better so we don't have to help and give guys open threes. And if a guy's a three-point shooter, we got to get up closer to him and make that a problem for him, make him put the ball on the floor. But we got some good moments from a lot of guys, guys that came off the bench, and particularly the freshman class. I think Huff gave us some good things. He was in there. Sterling did, Garrison did, Andrew did, Talik did late. But shoot 66% for the game, hold him to 37, and 45 to 26 on the backboards was good. I didn't like the fact we had 8 turnovers in the first half, so we had 5 in the second. That was better. But it's been a tough stretch right here. They get a day off tomorrow, so they haven't had many of those recently with all the travel and everything else. But felt good, and we knew that we had to try to do a good job on Frazier, 35, and Cameron, number 5, and we didn't hold Melvin's percentage down, or Cameron's really either. But they're gifted offensively. They're going to get better and better. They were 6-1 coming in here, and so for us, I think we got our guys' attention when we were talking about playing better defense.
Roy, was defense the key to that opening, which I think was a 21-4 start?
I think so, and one of the, I say I always write 3 things up on the board. First one today was defense. Let's make it our best defensive game. We've always cut out clips from every game and show them to them the next day, and we've gone 2 games in a row, Michigan and Davidson, where they cut out clips and was going to show them, and there's not one single defensive possession in 2 games. It's the first time I can ever remember anything like that. So I challenged them today and yesterday, but even today at pregame about let's do what we're supposed to do defensively.
Have you had a player enjoy playing defense as much as Kenny does in the past?
Yeah, Jackie Manuel, and when I'm talking about Kenny Williams and putting him in Jackie Manuel's class, it's what's that Bum Phillips said about Earl. If he's not at the top of the roll, it doesn't take a long time to call the roll. But Kenny just does a great job, works defensively. And he's not perfect, but boy, he does some really good things defensively. And I think we got some good defense from other guys today too. Garrison early in the game playing a guy out on the floor, because we switched up our matchups and gave Garrison the 2-man and Kenny the 4-man early, just try to make it, because one's a driver, one's a shooter, and some of those things even work.
Speaking of Jackie Manuel, have you had a chat with Theo about shooting threes? Because against Davidson the other day, he had a couple of open looks and decided to take to the basket, get it again today. Have you talked to him about trying to drive to the basket instead of taking threes?
What do you think? He's 2 for 20.
I mean, I know the answer, but I need you to say it.
We've had a discussion. I mean, he's 2 for 20 from 3-point line, and he's one of the best playmakers that I've ever coached. So why should you stand out there and shoot the ball like that? In fact, one of the ones he made is the last second as a shot clock was going off. But I did have a talk with him, yes, but that's called coaching. And I do like the fact that we shoot 67%, 66, 65.5 for the game. So I'm not going to say too much about bad shots.
It's the 6th time in 10 games he's led us in assists.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. That's what he is.
Anybody else?
Another workmanlike performance from Luke May. Coach Dunleavy had some nice things to say about it. Have you had a player make this big a leap between year 1 and 3 before?
Well, from 1 to 4, a guy named Brice Johnson, 39 and 23 in one game. That's a pretty big leap. So I thought that Luke would be a very good college player. I kept telling his dad, don't settle, don't make a decision early. I think he's going to have a chance. I think he's going to be good enough. And yes, his numbers are somewhat surprising if I looked at those things, but I don't really look at those things. But he's done a marvelous job for us. I really thought he'd be a good rebounder, and I knew he could shoot the ball. But being able to put the ball on the floor and score around the basket is better than I really thought he was going to be. But I don't try to put any limitations on the guy. If you'd have told me Brice Johnson's freshman year that he was going to get 39 and 23 at Florida State, I'd have thought you'd have been drinking something. So, just got to let kids work, and then let's be honest too, it's not coaching, it's sweat. Because Luke May's been willing to put in the sweat at a amount and a level that very few players have done, and it's really helped.
Roy, that 2015 recruiting class with Kenny and Luke.
It looks good now, doesn't it?
Well, the ACC in rankings.
Out of 15 teams, is it?
Yeah,
15.
neither of them were top 100, so of course the recruiting experts missed. They didn't have any offers either, so what did everybody miss with those guys?
Well, I don't know. I would disagree. Notre Dame offered Luke. Virginia offered Luke. Clemson offered Luke. Davidson offered Luke. And we offered. And Kenny signed early and let it know pretty early. We tried to recruit Kenny early, and but he decided to go to VCU. And then when Shaka left, he decided he did not want to go to VCU, and so we jumped back in there really hard because I loved him. I really loved him. I mean, we offered him a scholarship before he went to VCU. But, you know, you guys have heard me say before, I mean, how is somebody the 46th player as opposed to 45th? I mean, come on, guys. You know, I've had a coach tell me that one of our current freshmen, you're offering him a scholarship, and I said to the coach, yeah, he doesn't have to play for you, he's got to play for me. And that guy's going to be a good player, too.
Thanks, Coach. Players available.